Hi, friends. Believe it or not, out of all the creatures on this planet, humans have to be the most interesting creature of all time. Humanity has proven time and again that nothing is impossible and that there is no limit to bizarre behavior. So, today let's talk about the most uncommon people in history. Terrar. You might have heard of the saying greedy glut, but this man called Terrar has taken this saying to a whole new level, to a point where he was suspected to have eaten even an actual human baby. Basically, he was a very poor farmer's child living in France in 1772. From the day he was born, he had an unsurmountable appetite, and literally no amounts of food could satiate his hunger, because of which his parents kicked him out of his house. He made eating cats, rats, lizards, snakes, and other unedible items his job and conducted street shows. Later, he joined the army and was sent on a mission in which he swallowed a wooden box containing a message for a French official captured in enemy lands. But he was caught and beaten, and when he landed in the hospital, his hunger yet didn't stop. It is suspected he ate some of the mortal remains in the morgue, including an infant. He died super early, at the age of just 27, and his autopsy was so disgusting to conduct that the pathologist had to stop midway. Personally, I feel he suffered from some kind of undiagnosed illness. It could have been both mental or physical. Mihailo Tolotos. Can you believe there was a man on this planet who lived his whole life and then died without ever seeing a single woman? He didn't even get to see his own mother. Yes, the world is strange and this is 100% true. Mihailo Tolotos was a Greek monk who was so unfortunate that his mother passed away 4 hours after giving birth to him. The little infant was left by the steps of a monastery which was on top of Mount Athos. Mount Athos is super strict when it comes to females entering the area. They legitimately passed a law in 1060 that banned any woman or animals from being even in a 500-meter radius from the mountain. This was done so that the monks remain disciplined and follow the holy path that they have chosen. So Mihailo grew up from a baby to a 82-year-old man on this mountain, never even seeing a glance of a woman, and he sadly passed away in 1938. Diogenes. Greek philosophers were known to be kind of out of the box, and Diogenes was one of the most unusual and eccentric one. Diogenes was born somewhere in 400 BC and had humble backgrounds. He worked as a coin minter with his father but later came to Greece to find a better means of living and ended up becoming a beggar. He attended the renowned Greek philosopher Plato's classes just to disturb him and his students. He would create a huge commotion, eat scraps of food with the street dogs, and act super bizarre. But he was known to have a very quick wit and was considered to be extremely wise. When Alexander the Great visited him, he was sunbathing and didn't even budge upon seeing the greatest conqueror in human history on his doorstep. He instead asked Alexander to not obstruct the sunlight and to go stand somewhere else. When Alexander asked him why he was sifting through the garbage, he replied that he was searching for Alexander the Great's father's bones, but couldn't distinguish them from those of a slave. That was surely a sick burn. Julia Pastrana. In the olden days, any person with a unique feature that was not considered as quote unquote normal was labeled as a freak, which is a very derogatory term in my opinion. They didn't get jobs other than serving as freak show performers. One such person was a Mexican woman called Julia Pastrana. She suffered from a genetic disease because of which she had unusually large facial features and excessive hair growth. Despite this, she was known to have a very sweet and soothing voice and was fluent in three languages. Julia was put into the freak show business by her husband Theodore Lent, with whom she even had a baby. But both she and her child, who was also born hairy, passed away shortly after giving birth. After her death, her husband embalmed her and her son's body and toured around the world with them. Charles Darwin, the man who gave us his famous theory of evolution, himself called Julia a remarkably fine woman. Hetty Green. Rich people are often considered to be super spendthrift and also show offs, but there was one lady who, despite being rich, crossed all limits of miserliness. Hetty was born in a rich family to begin with. but became even more richer after she got married. She signed a contract with her husband that separated her wealth from his and divorced him when she was being charged for his loans. After her husband's death, she started wearing only a black ensemble and was apparently unfriendly, which earned her the nickname the Witch of Wall Street. Allegedly, she only ate oatmeal and didn't heat it on a gas stove but rather on a radiator to save money. One of the worst possible incident was when her son broke his leg. So despite being a billionaire who could have spent a fortune on an A1 treatment for her son, she decided to dress up like a pauper or a beggar with her son to avail free medical services. She was kicked out of the clinic. Her son's leg got infected and had to be amputated, and only then she agreed to pay the medical charges. So friends, I hope you found this video to be interesting. For more such videos, please like, share, subscribe, click the bell icon, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.